Okay, so we're going to be out in the shop a lot today for reasons that you'll see. We're going to build something. I've got a blowtorch, a mess of flowers, and some 1/4-inch tubing. We're going to build a visual symbol of this idea that we've been talking about, intuition, intuitive insight in the brain, and the neural patterns and everything. Anyway, we know that it's real. Our brains can do these things. They can make these connections that we don't know how to make. But for me, the main thing that this research reveals is that when brains are doing their best work, they're associating. Your brain is particularly good at scanning separate ideas to see if there are any kinds of relationships between them. It's a really interesting thing. If you are a person who has to be creative for a living, maybe you're a musician or a writer or an inventor or a scientist who discovers things, you know how hard it is to get good at using your intuition. By using your intuition, I mean making these kinds of connections. It's like running. We're meant to do it, but it takes practice to get good at it. There's a frame of mind that you like to get in. There's insecurity and fear and too much excitement and all these other kinds of things that can invade that associating process. But our culture has developed a different definition of what smart is. We've developed different stories about what a high-functioning mind is doing. We think that intuitive insight is just magic for special people. And we think that being smart is being able to calculate and memorize and kind of do the things that we understand. Unfortunately, it's no secret that computers, even tiny computers, can do this better than we can now. Where's the future in that? It's possible that we actually have to begin to value a whole other way of thinking. I mean, this is huge. Civilizations do not make these changes overnight. That's why we're talking about culture. These are cultural changes. I mean, basically, intuitive thinking has been for wackos. You may be very intuitive as a scientist, but you're not putting that in your papers and you're not putting that in your research grants. We love what creative people do, but we haven't learned to embrace it as a culture. Our culture is conflicted on this question. It's not what we believe in most. And cultural conflicts are invisible, but they're amazingly powerful. In the end, they determine what we do. So again, I sometimes think it's great to just kind of have an image to ponder something with. I thought I'd make a visual symbol of this fabulous activity in our brains when we're being intuitive. It's a bouquet of flowers, fake flowers. The place where they're going to get joined is right in here. Flux is like acid paste, just on the places where you're going to solder. That will hold together long enough to get to the vise. There we are. This new torch that we bought is nice. You can turn it upside down without screwing up the flame. Yeah, that's hot. I'm going to squirt the hot glue up into here and then jam the flower up, hopefully before the hot glue becomes cold. This vinyl whittles very easily. See that? Now let's see how far I can get this in there. I need to get it like all the way up to the rose. I used to love the Adams Family the way Morticia, what a great name, Morticia, it's so brilliant. And Morticia would cut the roses off and keep the stems.